What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today I am joined by the one, the only, Mr. Hartgrave. Say hello to everybody out there. Say hello to all the McMinions.
Hey everybody, how's it going? That's a horrible intro.
We're keeping it. We're keeping it. So, Mr. Hartgrave, tell everybody about yourself a little bit.
I usually don't tell people about myself.
Give us your entire life story.
All right. Let me tell you about what I'm doing currently. So I'm on YouTube. I'm on Twitch. If you don't know, search for Mr. Hartgrave. You can find me. Currently for Marvel Strike Force, what I'm doing is a series called Everything Wrong with Marvel Strike Force. Episode 3 should be dropping like now. And yeah, we just talk about everything that's wrong with Marvel Strike Force. Very negative. I just go very dark because people told me I couldn't. So that's what I do.
So you just go and just slam everything Marvel Strike Force related.
Yeah, we go on Reddit and we just do all the salt. All the salt you can handle. That's all it is. It's all the salt all the time. So don't complain to me that I'm too negative. If you want to see me be positive, I'll come out here and be positive with you. I'll go on Valley. I'll do something like that. But on my own channel, it's all negativity.
Well, that's good to know. But also, big reason we have you on is because you love Hydra. You guys may not be able to tell, he's got a Hydra shirt, and you've got some other Hydra merch to show off, too.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, and the shirt's available on my merch store. So if you want one, this is a custom design here. You see, we got a little game controller there.
Oh, I just noticed that. That's very nice.
I made that. If you want to join one of the grave diggers, as they call themselves, you get one of these guys. And yeah, my wife got me this beautiful tumbler here.
Nice.
Very good. And then, of course, we do have a mini ZEMO.
Perfect.
If you want to see the bigger ZEMO, that's on my channel as well. In fact, I hear that last night ZEMO spent a good 2 hours talking about your Hydra video.
Yeah, that's where this all started. You, I guess, CM ZEMO basically ripped me a new one in terms of the Hydra video, and then
he quit being a CM. He had to cease and desist.
That's right, yeah, because
by a Reddit moderator.
Oh, he's Reddit moderator now.
No, he was chewed out by a Reddit moderator.
Oh, that's not good. That is not good at all. Yeah. All right, but anyways, so let's talk Hydra. So you're basically the Hydra expert, and you reached out, and I said, you know what? Let's talk about Hydra, how to build them, because well, you've done some incredible things with Hydra. You use them to beat Brotherhood Doom. You sent me screenshots of them beating up Secret Avengers, using them with New Warriors and stuff, really doing some good stuff. So this is my roster of Hydra here. Walk me through some of the stuff. Let's start with ZEMO here, because he's kind of linchpin of the Hydra team now. And you've got Skirmisher on him. Let's talk about Skirmish first, because this is something I've got differently from you. I've got Raider, you've got Skirmisher. Walk me through Skirmisher versus Raider on him.
Okay, so yeah, this is something that those who are, I don't mean this in any derogatory way, but lower in the game at a different spot, maybe you would classify yourself as mid-game. I would classify myself as end-game, if that.
No, it's more that I threw Raider on him when I first got him, and then I just kind of left him. I don't really worry too much about updating ISO unless I absolutely have to for a new team.
All right. So, what the deal is, and this happened during the arena meta shift. Mm-hmm. So between, what was before Infinity Watch? Black Order. Between Black Order and Infinity Watch, there was a strange kind of new meta that took place where ZEMO became very prominent in the arena, using him with different combinations of characters. And at that time, that's when I made the switch over to Skirmisher, specifically Skirmisher level 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I was one of the few players who early on saw the value in level 5 ISO. I know a lot of people got hit hard when that changed. Now everybody has to kind of go into very narrow ISO builds.
Yeah.
So I was ahead of that. I always have been very narrow. And specifically level 5 Skirmisher is so huge for the 50% focus bonus. And you're going to notice with ZEMO, if he stops dropping ability block, he stops being a valuable character at all. So having that Skirmisher level 5 is very key to using ZEMO at a certain point in the game.
Yeah, and I know when you were doing your Brotherhood Doom one, you had problems because the ability block got resisted against Doom. It got blocked, so that kind of hurt things. But yeah, that really kind of changed your whole strategy. But yeah, that first turn ability block is pretty significant.
Yeah, a lot of his value comes from that ability block. It's really the most important thing in the kit. There's a lot of good stuff in there, but that
Mm-hmm.
ability block being paramount to breaking Hydra out of its little box of only attacking mercenaries.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of T4s for him, what would you say would be the must-have T4s on him?
I think you've got it. I think the only skippable one, skippable or whatever, is the basic. However, I also favor kind of all-in builds. So if
Mm-hmm.
I build a character, it's all the way. It's
I
all
would
the tier fours,
I would expect
everything.
nothing less of you with Hydra.
Yeah.
I expect you to go all in on Hydra.
Well, Zemo expects that as well. So I think he had his way with my account last night and leveled my Zemo from 80 to 85 without my consent. But what are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Let's talk about Hydra Grenadier next. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, Zemo and Grenadier go hand in hand, really. A lot of nice synergy between the two. And you and I both have 6 red on Zemo and Hydra Grenadier. We're twins in that respect. But I've got Raider on him. I'm pretty sure you've got Striker. But yeah, actually, no, I know you've got Striker. You sent me the screenshots of him doing like a triple tap. But yeah, I mean, his damage is pretty impressive. You use him. He gets the 20% bonus damage with the passive on Zemo here, and that kind of drives him to be a good counter to Mercs because he gets the force taunt from Taskmaster, and that allows Zemo to really kind of go ham. But yeah, I mean, what can you say about Grenadier?
Grenadier is definitely a like secret kind of god tier character, especially on certain pair ups.
Mm-hmm.
If you have the right team composition, he gets nuts. And I would definitely you want to get his damage stat just as high as possible because
Yeah.
the real power of Hydra is how fast it is, and then to capitalize on that, the bigger your Hydra Grenadier, the more you can do. The more you can force any match into like a 5-on-4 or with Hydra, a 5-on-2.
Yeah.
If you're talking about Hydra Grenadier at high levels, that can be extremely valuable. And when we talk about, like, I noticed there's no blue ISO here at play, but this is
Correct.
one of the two best characters that you can't use. It's not going to help you in the Doom Raid. This
Mm-hmm.
is just like once you have finished all your Doom Raid building, you want to get nuts with your blue ISO. Two places you can have a lot of fun is level 3 blue skirmisher on Zemo, level 3 blue striker on Hydra Grenadier, because then you're getting his health also as an extra damage bonus onto an already insane damage level. To really just you can decimate like a lot of things with that.
That's interesting. I mean, I don't know how many people are gonna go for blue ISO on that. That's the thing too.
A
Is
me thing. You might want to. I mean, like I got lucky. I don't know about how
yeah.
you got these, but I just got lucky. Pulled 6 on Hydra Grenadier like early on, like even before Zemo was released,
I
and then pulled 6 on Zemo like kind of more recently. So they're fun to play with.
I'm trying to remember when I got Grenadier at 6 red. I think it was after Zemo came out, and I was like, okay. I mean, I guess I can make that work, and then just kind of build them up gradually. But I mean, for me personally, like Hydra's like just because I'm only using them in war, I don't really go ham on them.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, that's why I wanted to bring
Wonderful.
you on because you love your Hydra. You freaking you went all out on them. But then I mean, since we're talking about Hydra minions here, I mean Sniper.
Snipe.
You love
Yes.
Sniper. You said that not enough people pay attention to Sniper. Explain, cause yeah,
Yes.
get through people's head why this guy is so important for Hydra.
One of the greatest things about Sniper is that you don't even need to build him. Like
Yeah.
right now, he's fine. He does everything he needs to do. You don't need ISO on him. The T4s are this one here. I believe we're looking at the special.
Mm-hmm.
If you look on MSFGG, this is like one of the most T4'd abilities.
Is it really?
It is, and it's from the past. It's back
Huh.
when they were on defense. When these were
Interesting.
war defense, this was key. If you
Yeah.
want Hydra to win on war defense, which I don't really care about, but I did it back then,
Mm-hmm.
and it's held its value even till now because it's just so good. I mean, this team manipulates speed bar, and in a turn-based game, that's everything.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean the big thing for the T4 is that it puts offense up to all Hydra allies, which is I don't know why it says all Hydra or Red Skull. It's kind of repetitive, but yeah, all Hydra allies gain offense up for 2 turns here, which is massive. But yeah, I haven't built him up anywhere beyond this. You've got Skirmisher on him.
Yes.
Explain Skirmisher on him.
Oh, just for more vulnerable, just for Hydra Grenadier to do his thing.
Okay.
Just more opportunities. If I had, like, I don't have so much blue ISO that I'm like, let me drop level 3 on him. But if I ever do, I would totally drop a level 3 Skirmisher on him too, just to further exploit that 6 red star Grenadier that I have. Now, one thing that everyone should consider is his passive.
Yeah,
it's pretty thick.
Yeah, this plus 5% speed for self and all Hydra minion Red Skull allies. And ward and the ward defense stuff, you're not going to use that for too much. I mean, Hydra's not a good ward. Well, I mean, you do have ZEMO on defense, but
Have you ever fought this team unprepared on defense?
Once, a long time ago. Never again.
If you fought my Hydra on defense,
you
would have some problems if you weren't prepared going into that, because my Grenadier would just delete like 3 characters turn 1.
Yeah, I mean, usually I see like people will use like Black Bolt with ZEMO Hydra to defeat the Hydra teams on defense.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what Black Bolt's used for these days. You see a Hydra team, you're like, oh, okay, just use Black Bolts. But yeah, no, this plus additional crit chance on ward defense, but yeah, that 15% bonus speed for him, Hydra minion Red Skull allies, that's pretty significant.
And you're just getting an extra 5% when you do the passive, but 5% is a lot. Like 5% is the difference between you going before them or them going before you. And when you have Grenadier, you can remove them before they go.
Yeah, and it's important to also note the bonus speed in conjunction with ZEMO's passive. This is a must T4 because that 20% bonus speed for self and non-minion Hydra allies. So when Red Skull's on the team, we'll talk about other Hydra characters used on the team as well. But yeah, 40% bonus speed for ZEMO and non-minion Hydra allies. It makes him one of the fastest characters in war too. Unless you have a character that has like high speed bar boost on spawn, ZEMO is going to outspeed most people. It's like 140-ish speed, I think, with the T4 passive. And
it's not all war. Like ZEMO, I'm actually using on the Doom 2.2.
Oh, you are using him in the Doom raids.
He's actually really, really good on the second skill node and on the boss.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm using Shang-Chi, Kestrel, and the Secret Avengers for Doom 2.
Sure, Shang-Chi is good too. What people like who have everything built, they like ZEMO on node 2 and then Shang-Chi on the boss.
Interesting.
Just because ZEMO can ability block out those Silver Surfers and just mitigate all that out.
Okay.
They don't even factor. There's not even a problem.
Yeah. And then let's talk one more minion here. You like this guy.
Yes.
All right, so explain this. Please explain this one, because when you were talking about Armored Guard, I was like, really? But
it's
please.
It's not for everybody. And this really stemmed from me using it on the Gamma Raid. I used to run the middle of the Gamma Raid. I'm a masochist. I put myself over on the Pim Wakanda lane.
Oh man.
I'm a captain and leader, so I couldn't like just do that to someone else. I was like, fine, I'll do it. But back when I was in the middle and Hydra was all we had before Heroes for Hire.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm gonna see if I can make this work. And I did, and part of the keys to that was Hydra Armor Guard. However, I did find if all you do is use your Hydra on mercs, Hydra Armor Guard is a better fifth than Crossbones or Winter Soldier, hands down.
Yeah. All right, so explain that.
Because he puts up taunt.
Okay.
You put him in the far corner away from your Red Skull, who you know you have to protect. If your Red Skull dies, it's game over.
Yeah.
And you put ZEMO over there too, and he throws up a taunt, and then they all just hit him and Grenadier and Sniper, and they die, but then they just come right back. And it's like they're just invincible. He has like an invincible taunt for turn 2.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because he does gain immunity while Red Skull's there, and because the charges with Red Skull, he is constantly coming back.
Yeah, he's just a beast. Like, you can't get past him, especially with that turn boost that you have.
Okay.
It
One of
makes it
them,
invincible.
yeah, one of the mini I want to bring in because someone mentioned it. Hydro Rifle Trooper. Oh wow, I can't even speak. Hydro Rifle Trooper. Yeah, someone said I should be using him. I want to get your opinion. I can already see you shaking your head.
Uh, use yeah, use him over Winter Soldier, use him
Mm-hmm.
over Crossbones. That's fine. But if I had a choice to either build Rifle Trooper
See,
or
you're having
Guard,
trouble saying it too.
I know, right? I would build Guard any day over Rifle Trooper. Really, I wouldn't build either of them right now today.
Mm-hmm.
Like Guard isn't something I'm gonna keep working on. That was the past.
Yeah.
As far as today, I think the two members that are holding the most value are just Zemo and Red Skull.
Mm-hmm.
And you can make a case for Grenadier. However, in most combinations, I'm even dropping him out, and just the Zemo Red Skull combo is the strongest kind of thing to have as far as theory crafting going and using in the most places in the game.
Yep. And then we've mentioned
From
him.
back too.
What's
In
that?
the arena, this is going to be huge in the arena. Dormammu revives anyone one time.
So using Zemo plus Red Skull plus yeah, I could see that.
Having an auto revive on Zemo and Red Skull and Grenadier even. That's pretty powerful with the turn bonus as well.
Well, you have to wonder. That also depends on how many more Eternals. I have a feeling Eternals plus Dormammu is going to be the arena meta. So
This might be like a budget arena meta.
yeah,
You might find develop is like a Zemo Red Skull kind of combo.
yeah. I wonder. We'll have to figure that out. And then we've mentioned him enough. Red Skull, take it
Yes.
away.
All right, Red Skull. You need his passive and his special and nothing else.
Not even the ultimate.
God no.
No,
If you need his ultimate, you've done it all wrong.
even with the offense up to everybody.
You've let it go to turn 3. Why has it gone to turn 3? Your Hydra Grenadier isn't big enough.
But yeah, okay. So the passive, the plus 5% speed for
Yes.
self and damage for self and Hydra minion allies. That's pretty
Yeah.
self-explanatory. And
That
this.
feeds into that Grenadier. So an
Mhm.
extra 5% on it's all about like there's so many little increments you can put on your Grenadier to make him even more stupid.
Mhm.
Like and the blue ISO, another 5%, blue ISO level 3. Just more and more damage you can pile on him with this team. He just gets nuts.
Okay. And why the T4 on the summon?
Just to get 3 of them out there. You know what? The passive's probably more important. This might be a little more skippable. I have a 6 red skull. So for me, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't make as much sense for you. Like 6 red, if you have a 6 red skull, let me tell you, and if you haven't done anything with that, he's actually insane. His minions are nuts. At 6 red, they're just crazy.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I've got him sitting at tier 13. I haven't really. The only thing I did for Red Skull was just get him up enough to make sure that he lasts long enough to kind of get off some of these abilities. And yeah, I mean, I've only pulled 4 red on him. He's super low on my red star priority.
The
But
only thing he needs to do is drop that special and
Mhm.
then whatever.
yeah. And then what do you have for the ISO on him? We haven't talked about the ISO for a couple of these characters, but yeah, ISO on Red Skull. What do you have?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because
Almost
you don't really
nothing
care about him beyond his
It
special.
doesn't matter. Like, yeah, I see you got Striker there. That'll never really come into play. You could try to put Fortifier on him and act like that matters. That's kind of interesting. I have Healer because I was using him like primarily in raids.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just because I was using him primarily in raids. If I had to do it today, I don't know. I guess Fortifier, and then I'd pretend that matters. I would have 1 Fortifier blue ISO.
Yeah.
That'd be it.
Yeah, and then let's talk Winter Soldier and Crossbones. Because yeah, I mean Crossbones. I mean you one would think like with the buff to Zemo and then like giving the buff to Crossbones, getting his ultimate off that first turn. On paper, it's like, oh, okay, this is gonna be great. You get this first turn ult. Problem is that ultimate does not do a lot of damage.
No, it's almost nothing. It's useless. I like Crossbones better than Winter Soldier, but it
Mhm.
makes more sense to build Winter Soldier now
Yeah.
because you kind of like have to.
Yeah.
But he still sucks. He just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, when I was doing my video, the only time I found a use for Winter Soldier was against Doc Ock because of his ultimate, that unblockable heal block on his ultimate was about the only thing that Winter Soldier actually really brought to the fight. But then, other than that, he just kind of took up space.
Yeah, he just takes up space. And there's so many other cool characters you can put in this. Like if you have an extra character, you can throw it on this team. So let's just say you want to play with like pure Hydra as much as possible. You don't want to waste resources. So you got Zemo, Red Skull, Sniper, Grenadier. Now you can add Emma Frost to give him even more turn. You can add Phoenix, which adds some really interesting things that you can do if you're not really using your X-Men as much as you used to. You can add Hela, and now you can spread that ability block to the entire team, which is disturbing.
Yeah, Hela Zemo was my go-to Marauders counter for a while.
That's a fun one.
Yeah.
You can put Silver Surfer on there, which is like the ultimate Hydra. Like Silver Surfer's so OP anyways. If you stick him on Hydra, there's not much that you could probably take down a Heroes for Hire at certain levels, just with Silver Surfer on your Hydra team.
Interesting. I'll have to try that.
If you're punched down enough, it should be fine.
Like 200K, 300K?
Something like that. That's what I end up doing because my stuff is so big.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, this works. It's like dumb, right? It doesn't make, it's like, oh, this is stupid. But like all my attacks are like that. So it's like, well, I might as well.
Yeah. But yeah, let's talk about kind of just plugging them into other teams. Like, talk about New Warriors. Because I saw you try Zemo, Red Skull, and the New Warriors. What do you use that for?
Yeah, I'm using that now on there's some really nasty Secret Avengers teams that we're facing, where it's Secret Avengers plus Kestrel and Silver Surfer, which is just nasty. I mean, we said this is like almost unbeatable, so we started using it on our defense, and we started picking. If anyone knows anything about Mr. Hartgrave, they know that I don't like war. I don't care about it. So we started winning wars, which should tell you this team is really good on defense if even my alliance is starting to pick up war wins, like on a Friday, which we take off, basically.
Yeah, no, I see a lot of people say, don't use Secret Avengers on defense. It's a terrible waste of time. And I'm like, it's not. When you get the right combo of teams together, like, I'm sitting in security. So, like, Secret Avengers plus Kestrel is like an easy team for me to throw on defense.
You're dropping the defense down on everybody.
Yeah.
They're starting just set up for Kestrel.
Yeah, and then I'll throw Emma into that fifth spot with that. It drops down the enemy's speed even more. And like my Sam goes off, does his ultimate, and everybody on my team just goes ham. Like that's a defense team that I found when I was doing testing, and I was like, ooh, this, like, I know Hydra beats it, but like you have to use some meta offense. Yeah.
Hydra can beat it. So you take Deathpool, Cloak Dagger, Baron Zemo, and Red Skull, and you play it very carefully.
Yeah.
And you get a little lucky.
Yeah, it's
and you can beat it.
It's a terrifying team to face on defense.
And I think I sent you a screenshot. It was like a 300K punch up.
I did not see the punch up amount, but yeah, you did send me pictures of it.
It was a 300K punch up, like or 200, 300. It was a lot. I don't usually punch up, but this was experimenting around in practice mode, and I've tried it in actual wars as well, and it works there too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try this new Warrior Zemo combo.
It's the speed. You go before them and you blind everybody, and blinding Silver Surfer is about the only way to kind of stop Silver Surfer. So that's kind of the trick of it.
Yeah. The problem for me is I don't even have the ISO to take Zemo up to level 5 right now. I just dropped everything on Omega Red, and they said they fixed the ISO crunch. I'm not feeling it too much these days.
They fixed it if you were already caught up.
Yeah.
So like, if you were already, like, I can't go back and like fix other stuff.
Yeah.
Which is good because I don't feel like I made a lot of mistakes. But if you went wide, which I'm kind of looking around here, it looks like you did. I see a lot of 3s, some 4s.
Yeah, I went wide.
3s and 4s. That's a problem, and you're just kind of stuck there. I just did 5s. I had like 10 or like 20 characters at ISO level 5 when the news hit. When the bad news hit, hey guys, the old meta's all dead. I was like, okay, that's fine. All my current meta's at ISO level 5, so I'm okay. So like new characters, I'm fine. I can farm my ISO and get them, but I can't go back.
Yeah, it's doing that testing with them against Sacred Avengers kind of like piqued my interest again in Hydra, and that's why I did that video of like, hey, They're still a pretty good offense team, but yeah,
Yeah.
now I'm gonna have to start doing the mixing and matching, and experimenting. We're in the middle of an off war, so I can't really do much experimentation right now. But as soon as that war expires tomorrow, I'm gonna start doing some more experimenting, see what I can find with them.
Excellent. Yeah, I think you rank them as like a mid-tier war offense. I would say they are high tier.
I would
If,
say
if you
mid,
play around.
yeah, about mid tier is where I put them at.
Like,
They've kind of fallen down, like, but yeah, having them like mixing them with other teams, kind of,
yeah, pure Hydra, I will agree, is mid-tier. If
yeah.
you're pure Hydra, and I'm talking about like Hydra Guard, not Winter Soldier, get out of here, Winter Soldier. Uh, just using them on mercs, that's definitely a mid-tier use.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're taking the core is your Baron Zemo, Hydra Grenadier, and Red Skull. If you're taking that and adding two other characters, if you add Shatterstar and Longshot to Baron Zemo, Hydra Grenadier,
Oh
and
my
Red Skull,
gosh,
is
yes.
nuts.
Yeah, like one thing I've done before is Zemo with X Factor, and it's
Yeah,
absurd. Like that's where I put the Raider for on him. That was
sure.
with the
That
Dad
makes sense.
Bros in Real Time Arena, and I was like, this is a killer combo.
Yep.
And then I've kept using it since then. But yeah, Zemo plus X Factor is so gross.
Yeah, there's a lot of high tier uses, and your main two, the main engine is Baron Zemo and Red Skull, and
Mm-hmm.
then Hydra Grenadier if you really kind of want to specialize into it, and only if you're willing to. I think only if you really have those like 5 to 7 red stars on Hydra Grenadier would
Mm-hmm.
you start to consider getting into that. If you don't have that, you probably can't get his damage up to the levels where it needs to be in the current meta.
Yeah, and I mean he does some damage too. You sent me screenshots of you doing just like multiple attacks at once. Like on this one here, you can see the block by like 112k on this hit, and then like 160k on some more, and
Well, this is the
then
same attack.
yeah, this was a
This is
triple
one
tap from
attack.
Grenadier, where you basically took off almost half of Doom's health just
Yep.
on the that was a special, correct? That's to be a special.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yep.
there
Special.
was a Magneto there. The Magneto's dead now.
On the first shot, Magneto went down, one-shotted.
Yeah, I mean that's yeah, you pretty much use them to beat Brotherhood Doom.
Yes. Yeah, the video this comes from is me beating the Brotherhood. I used to do that all the time. I have a better team for it now that
Mm-hmm.
works better. But this was my go-to move. And this is instead of Winter Soldier, Phoenix.
Yeah.
Because Phoenix clears the blind, like
Mm-hmm.
right before Grenadier goes.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, that's right. Because yeah, because Total usually remove the defense up and immunity from you, so that kind of gets rid of your advantage.
Yep.
But anything else you want to add before we wrap things up?
Oh, Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra. Hail Hydra indeed. All right, well that's gonna wrap it up for us here. Make sure you guys do go check out Mr. Hartgrave's channel. I'll have links to it down below, his YouTube and Twitch channel, both of them. And go check out some of that Hydra merch, especially that shirt. I might have to get that shirt at some point. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys have questions about Hydra, make sure to ask down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Say goodbye to all the McMinions out there, Mr. Hartgrave.
Bye, minions.
All right, we're going to wrap it up here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.